I like bikes, you like bikes, we all like bikes. Hi, I'm Maureen Russell Hodgson, and this is Centerville Reports Today. Here to tell us about the bicycle rodeo, we have from the Centerville Noon Optimist, Paul Boeckman from Miami Valley Hospital South, Cristlyn, Johnston, and of course, our good friend from the Centerville Police Department, John Davis. And you're all good friends because you've all been here quite a few times to talk about this special event.
This is true.
So, Paul, this goes back a long ways.
You know, I've been involved with it for probably 20 years now.
Unbelievable.
And it's amazing. You get 100 kids that show up every time we do this and have a lot of opportunity for the kids to learn bike safety, have their bicycles inspected, and win some prizes. So
well, I was going to say, let's talk about it. It's Saturday. It's May 16th. Starts at 9 o'clock, goes till noon, and it's at Miami Valley Hospital South.
Correct.
And Cristlyn, there's some other neat stuff happening there as well.
Yeah, we try to make it a little, now that it is at the hospital, it has a little twist. We do a bike hike to the Care Flight helipad so the kids can see the helicopter. We also have nutrition exhibits, some first aid exhibits, so we try to incorporate a little bit of healthcare and wellness into it too.
And this is all free.
It is,
right?
yes.
Something that the Noon Optimists have been sponsoring and just feel real passionate about.
Well, you know, now with the partnership among the police department and then the hospital, everybody's really pitching in and providing a lot of opportunity for the kids. So everybody kind of shoulders some of the expense for it, but then at the same time, the kids and their parents are more than welcome to come and enjoy for free.
Now, do you need to be there right at 9 o'clock and stay through noon, or can you kind of come and go?
You can kind of come and go. It's really a fun event because the kids have an opportunity to ride through an obstacle course. There are 5 different areas that they can ride their bike and learn their skills and whether or not there are areas for improvement for them. But they have the opportunity to come and go as they please. Probably, 10:15 or so is when you anticipate the helicopter doing a little flyover, and they arrive.
Your flight is going to be arriving, which is always a big deal.
No, it's always fun.
Yeah.
We do a little bike hike from the parking deck over to the helipad, and the kids get an opportunity to meet the pilots and the folks that man the helicopter, and then they ride their bikes back and complete the course. So it's 3 hours from 9 to noon, and really any time within those 3 hours people can show up.
What else happens at those other stations? There's still bicycle helmet fitting?
We have bicycle helmet fittings. There'll be members of our Citizens Police Academy alumni there to help us with that. We also have bicycle registration, so you can register your bike in case it's ever lost or, heaven forbid, someone would take it. We can put you back with your bike. And we also have a maintenance station that the alumni, and they make sure the tires are inflated properly, everything's working before they go out onto the skills challenge. It's a great opportunity for kids to come out and have some fun. And the big thing for us, and the big buy-in for us is from the city, is the bike helmet part of it. We want to get that message across.
It is the law in the city of Centerville that you wear a bicycle helmet if you're under the age of 18, right?
Yes, it is such an important thing. And beyond the law, just the safety of it. There are so many kids out here that are injuring themselves for the rest of their life. And sometimes they lose their life because they're not wearing a bike helmet. It happens so quickly. So we really want to get the message out that to wear those helmets, wear them properly. That's why we have people trained to fit them properly. And if they don't have the right helmet, we're going to give them a new helmet free of charge to make sure they're out there riding safely.
And John, it is important because you can't wear the same helmet that you wore, let's say, if you're 7, if you're now 13. I mean, you have to a new helmet.
You need a helmet that will grow with you. But the big thing, probably the biggest thing we see is not wearing them properly, and they're not adjusted. Or the chin
it's not a fashion statement because they want to hang them on.
Yeah, it's not the coolest thing. The one thing we would love to see is if everyone's wearing them, then no one feels like they're the odd man out if they're the one wearing a helmet. So that's really what we're pushing for. So we want to make sure they get there and get that helmet. And like I said, it's free of charge. We've received, on the past couple of years, we received grants from the Ohio chapter of the American Academy of Pediatrics. They've given us free helmets, plus the city has shouldered the cost of buying those as well. So we have plenty on hand. We'd love to give them all out if we could.
That would be great. So again, you can get a free bicycle helmet and fitting because, as you said, it's not just putting a helmet on your head, but adjusting the inside and the strap and all of that. And that's going to be, again, on Saturday, May 16th, anytime between 9 and noon. And not only will you have the bicycle helmet fittings, but other activities as well, right?
You'll have the skills challenge.
What's involved in the skills challenge?
I'll let the course administrator here, Paul, can tell you all about it.
Yeah, can we pass the skills challenge?
Yeah, I think the 4 of us would have a hard time doing that. But the kids have an opportunity.
On a Harley.
I was just going to say, didn't you do it on a motorcycle?
I have done it on a Harley.
Yes.
There are 5 different areas where the kids ride. There's a go slow, where you ride from one end of, it's like a 60-foot length that they go, and they try to go as slow as they can, and they rack up points for that. There's others where they do the obstacle, what do they call it, the figure eight.
Okay.
And there's riding in and out of cones and trying to maintain, the proper steering and so on. So it's a lot of fun. Like I said, the four of us would have trouble doing that, but these kids are really good.
And yet John's still going to say no, he's not.
Well,
you can maneuver it.
I don't want to brag.
And you don't have to have if you don't have a helmet, this is a good place to come to get one. So don't feel like you can't go because you don't have a helmet, because you can get that first.
Yes, the one thing that we would tell you is you need to bring your own bike.
Yeah.
We cannot provide the bike.
Right.
But we will provide you a helmet if you need one. If your helmet's damaged or it doesn't fit right, we're going to make sure you have the right one on before we allow you onto the course, because certainly we don't want someone to get hurt.
And if for some reason you're in a bike accident, John, and your helmet hits the ground or it cracks in some way, it is no longer useful.
It is trash.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no way to know if the integrity of that helmet is still intact. It's the same rule with car seats as well. Once it's been in a crash, get rid of it. You got to get a new one. But there's just no way to know that helmet's going to be safe. So you need to get a new one if it's ever involved in any kind of collision. And
that's always a good tip, no matter if you're going to come to this or not, but make sure you have a helmet
Yes.
that fits and that is safe.
Yes.
And so we were saying Care Flight's going to arrive about 10:15.
10:15, right?
Typically.
And then kids can get up close and personal with that. I think we have some photos from last year that right in the center of the kids. Care Flight's always a big hit, right?
Oh yeah. The minute they fly over, everybody starts, get in line, so we try to keep it organized to a degree.
Yes.
As we
We'll have one of our bike officers there who
Yeah.
he'll lead the hike down to the helipad, and campus security helps us out by blocking the roads so we don't have any traffic coming in on all the kids riding their bikes. But it's always a big hit. I mean, I love seeing them. I've seen them countless times,
Well, and
and
you
they're
can't
still
beat it
fascinating.
too when they buzz the parking lot too. That's
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
fun
Oh,
to
yeah.
do.
they do the flyover.
Well, that sounds really cool. And this is going to happen, rain or shine.
It is, yes.
Yes.
Right? So there's not going to be a rain date. We've had such gorgeous weather lately that I'm sure it's going to hold out.
Knock on wood.
This-
You just jinxed us.
Right.
Oh, thank you, Cristlyn.
Right.
You'll be calling me on that Saturday
Like,
morning,
Maureen?
right? Yeah. And again, we said this is sponsored by the Centerville Noon Optimist. And you have some other things coming up too, as well, right?
Well, we actually are the largest club in Ohio. There's probably close to 250 members within the Centerville Noon Optimist Club. Cristlyn and I are members, and you have the opportunity to participate in a number of activities. Avenue of Flags is something that you'll start seeing in about 2 weeks when
Yes. Yeah.
Memorial Day
Memorial
rolls
Day,
around.
right.
We have over 1,000 subscribers for the Avenue of Flags. We participate with the Fishing Derby sponsorship. That's about 2 weeks after the bike rodeo. And then the Americana Festival coming up again July 4th. So the club is, sponsors
Busy.
Very
the
active.
running and
Yeah.
the
The
activities
fight,
there.
yeah. Back to Avenue of Flags. I know a lot of people see those flags in different neighborhoods and wonder, how do I get that? Where do I go to sign up? And really, it's just as simple as going to the website,
Exactly,
right?
CentervilleNoonOptimist.com, and you have an opportunity to really scroll through the entire website, but then sign up for a subscription with the Avenue of Flags.
And if somebody was interested in learning more about the Noon Optimist, Paul,
You go directly to the
right to the
website,
website.
and you can click on details about the meetings. We meet Tuesdays at noon over at Yankee Trace Golf Club.
which is pretty incredible that you have 200 plus members.
It is something, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, and it's really incredible what they do, and they do it all year long. I mean, I know it's relevant to talk about what's coming up through the beginning of July, but all year long, no matter what your interest, they do all kinds of things, from a golf outing to a Christmas tree lot. So there's always a way that you can lend a hand, and all the proceeds do go to support different children's activities and Children's Medical Center here locally. So it's a great program, and it's a great organization.
Yeah, and we're glad that you two are involved, because when we talk about the history of this, we were saying it goes back for so long, but Miami Valley, we think 4 or 5 years since you've been a part of the community, the Noon Optimist, Friend of Youth, part of that, and then with the police department, really keeping kids safe, always a priority, John.
Yes, that's probably our job one, yes.
Yeah, and as we think about the summer, even though I know it's spring, it doesn't feel like spring. We didn't have a spring.
No, we kind of dove right into
We did.
85. Yeah.
And I was thinking, so kids probably started pulling their bikes out right away, and they
Couple weeks
probably
ago.
weren't doing these safety checks. And it really is important that they have the appropriate air and that they check the chain and I guess some other things on their bikes.
Absolutely, yeah. A malfunction on the bike could cause the crash, even if they do everything right. So that's why we want to make sure the bikes are functioning properly when we put them out there.
And our citizens will start seeing our bike patrol out too, right?
Yeah, well, our bike patrol, weather permitting, is out year-round. They have the equipment to do it. Now, obviously, ice and snow, they're not going to be out
Yeah.
riding, but they're out pretty much year-round.
And you'll
if
see
there's
them
a
at
need.
festivals and concerts and
Yep,
out and about.
absolutely.
And
We
they're-
never close.
we have to
I don't know
tell
if you guys got
people
that memo, but we never close.
Good to know.
And also just a reminder, if for some reason now that we talk about this change in weather, you see something unusual in your neighborhood, we want to make sure that you're calling the police department.
This time of year, we do have an uptick of activity, and,
Yeah.
and a lot of times it's because these people feel more comfortable because they can blend in. The more foot traffic that's out there, the more they feel comfortable. So, yeah, we definitely want people to give us a call when they see something that's out of the ordinary.
And as he said, they're open 24/7, so you're not bothering anyone. We have to have this conversation all the time because a lot of people think, oh, well, I don't.
They're probably getting
Should I
tired of me
call?
saying
Yeah.
that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
So
it's
if
not
it's in a question,
bother.
should I call? You should call.
Yes, absolutely. If your first inclination is call the police department, you should be dialing the number. Let us figure out if it was something or not. And
And
you're never going to get any pushback from us.
If it's an emergency in progress, you definitely want to call 911.
Definitely a crime in progress. That's what 911 is designed for.
Okay. Well, we hope everybody comes out again. It's on Saturday, May 16th from 9 until noon. It's at Miami Valley Hospital South, and I'm assuming there'll be directional signs, Cristlyn, getting people around.
There's really, it's, I think Wilmington Pike, the Wilmington Pike entrance, the main entrance is the best place to come in order to get there most effectively.
Yeah. We're on the top deck of the parking garage. Yeah, you can't miss us.
And you need to bring your bike
Yeah,
And
bring
your
your
helmet.
own.
and your helmet, but if you don't have a helmet, there'll be a helmet station.
Right.
And then review for us again the different stations that will be there.
Well, you've got the nutrition piece that we talked about a little bit. Also the bike registration, where they actually will take the information, the serial numbers off the bicycle, and place that into a file that they keep at the police station. And then the inspection of the bike to make sure that, as we've talked about, the maintenance pieces of it are in great shape. Helmet fitting, and then the rodeo itself. And then the kids, throughout the morning, the kids will have the opportunity to win door prizes.
Yes.
And at
We
the
didn't
end-
talk about prizes.
No,
That's
no,
a
it's
prizes.
It doesn't get any better.
Yeah, there's
Prizes,
grand
prizes,
prizes,
prizes.
we'll call them. We're going to have 6 bicycles.
6 bikes.
that we're going to be raffling.
Oh, yeah.
So for the
Okay.
kids. So.
And also, I would be remiss not to mention 2 other people that help sponsor this.
Yeah.
Kroger provides drinks for the children that are participating, and then also McDonald's of Centerville provides apple slices as a snack for the kids, so we don't want to leave them out.
Wow, so
they've
it's a
always
win
been
for
with us.
everybody.
Yes.
Yes.
So you get drinks, apple slices, prizes. You can win a bike. You can get free helmets, and then just
Meet Care Flight.
meet Care Flight. And I was going to, and just it's fun for parents too because you can go through the exhibits and learn more about how to keep healthy and enjoy the rest of your spring/summer as it goes about. Again, it's free, no registration required.
Correct.
And if you have any questions, the best place to go would be to the website, which is
The CentervilleNoonOptimist.com.
Doesn't get
CentervilleNoonOptimist.com.
any easier than that.
No, it doesn't. But you don't have to register in advance for this.
No, you don't.
But
You
just
don't.
if you wanted to get more information, you can also always call the city and ask for more information as well. John, just one other question about bicycle helmets. Can you bring your helmet that you already have and get that fitted as well to make sure that it fits appropriately?
Yes, if you show up with a helmet, we're going to make sure that it's fitting you properly, and if it's not, we're going to give you one that does.
Okay, and same for adults.
Yes,
Could be making sure that their helmets fit as well.
that's always a tricky part. Is a lot of kids see and they emulate what their parents do. So if mom and dad don't wear one, then why should I have to? Same thing with seat belts. Same argument.
So we need to be good examples
Exactly.
for our kids.
Yes.
And really, we talk about that helmet safety, but it is so critical
It
for
is.
kids. And I know the police really want to see everybody.
Reflecting on the first story, the
Yeah.
first day the ordinance went into effect, we had a young man that was hit by a car on South Main Street, and the father told us, without a doubt, that ordinance saved his son's life. The very first day that went into effect.
So make sure when your kid goes out today, he or she's wearing a helmet for everybody. All right, well, thanks so much for sharing the information.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for watching. You can always call the city, 433-7151. We'll see you next time.